Everything since kindergarten has been building up to this moment, and we have been eagerly waiting for it.
Today, we get to look back on all our favorite childhood memories. We'll start by looking at some of our nostalgic movies and TV shows.
I wish I liked cartoons when I was younger, but Phineas and Ferb was like the big one. My dad's name is Perry, so he dressed up as Perry the Platypus one year for Halloween.
Sky High.
I mean, Star Wars is probably like the best one.
Yeah, definitely Star Wars.
I had
all the prequels.
I had like every disc, like my grandparents had every disc on it, and every time I go over there, I'd turn on that one same movie, and it was like the 6th episode.
Oh, there are a lot. I like the Barbie movies.
Barbie Fairytopia. That's actually what I was going to say.
And the Diamond Castle. That one, that was
and
my
Princess
favorite.
and the Pauper.
And Nutcracker.
I don't know my answer.
Okay, How to Train Your Dragon. It's still one of my favorite movies.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
I was obsessed with the series as a kid. I loved all the characters, and then I watched the TV show like religiously.
I love Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. When he was I forget what name he was, but or what his character name was, but he was like a therapist, and I really envied him for the way he acted.
Good Will Hunting, right?
Yeah.
Oof, let me see. Okay, from a movie, I don't know. Dang, there's so many. Okay, let's say, okay, right now, currently, Batman from the new Batman movie, Robert Pattinson's character, amazing.
One's funny and then one's like serious. Like Days of Thunder is more serious, and then Ricky Bobby's more funny because it's Will Ferrell.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Nickelodeon. I just think that they had the better shows. I mean, they had iCarly, Victorious. Liv and Maddie was Disney, but I still think Nickelodeon had all the better stuff.
Okay, so I did have this one. I used to have one of those old like Game Boys, like the really old one that only had the A and B button,
Right.
And we had this Sonic game that it always bothered me because still to this day I never completed it, because there's this one section where you had to fight, I think it was Knuckles, who's like the red one who punches you. I could never beat it, but it was so old and pixelated, and you had to like blow into the cartridge to make it work, and it was like, but that was my favorite one to play, or it was the one I played the most.
Well, I didn't really play many games, but I'd always go over to my neighbor's and she'd let me play Oregon Trail, so I'd play that all the time.
I played Brawlhalla with our friend Edward. We tried to get him playing on it, but maybe soon.
I've played Fortnite once or twice.
I like the what's it called?
The tennis?
Yeah.
I like the tennis on the Wii and the bowling. Or the baseball. I would get so aggressive though. I was banned from it.
I used to also love Just Dance.
Yes. Just Dance, especially whenever Justin Bieber got put on there. Yep.
Yes. Oh my god, I still have my DS. My favorite game was probably Mario Kart. I was a god at that. I still am.
I was a big Destiny player. That was like late elementary school all through middle school. Played Destiny way too much.
It's a SpongeBob game. That's all I don't remember the name of it. Or Lego Star Wars. Those are my dynamic duo.
Go, obsession.
Yeah, I'm a big spy. Oh, don't get me started.
Oh my gosh, the Legos were literally my childhood. I would always play with Legos.
I'd say like Beyblade. I always bring it over to my friend's house, and he had like the whole stadium, and we'd fight on Beyblade.
Yeah, I remember when we had like a Beyblade tournament at like elementary school or something like that. It was so much fun.
Little Wiz Pet Shop kit. I think it was like a cafe kit. Like I forgot what it was, but I did have Little Wiz Pet Shops, My Little Ponies, Care Bears, Legos. I still play with them.
We would take our eraser, which is like a rectangular, like a block, right? And we would break off our pencil lead, and we would put it under the like stab it under the eraser and play like Beyblade with it. And that was the trend, dude.
My favorite toy as a kid was this pet Zoomer. It was a robotic dog, but the sad thing was it broke because my dad, he picked me up, threw me on the couch, and I landed on the Zoomer and I hurt my back.
My favorite toy is probably a Rubik's Cube. I learned how to solve it, and then it kind of just became an addiction.
It's still your favorite toy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta say top 3 gotta be Legos, WWE action figures, and then Skylanders. Skylanders was heat.
I played Skylanders a lot too. I forgot about that.
I had like every giant character.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I mean, anything with the scooters was always fun until some kid got his hands crushed. But I don't know. I think in my elementary school during recess we always played like a full game of soccer. That was always really fun.
If y'all ever played it, but at my elementary school in Denton, they played, it was like dodgeball but with beanbags, and you would throw them and like slide them on the floor, and if it hit your foot, it was like freeze tag aspect of it, and it was like you couldn't move and you have to sit there, put your hand up, and then whoever's the doctor would come over and tag you, and then you'd go back in.
Mission Impossible. And that was
Dodgeball.
fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mission Impossible was fun. Especially in middle school, we would play it with like black lights and glow in the dark, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah. I was really competitive, so I liked to, I don't know. I feel like there was like a superhero like soundtrack in my head, and I felt really powerful when I was playing dodgeball because I'm gonna destroy you.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Can it be from like elementary school? Do you remember what's one of the cones? I think it was Home Alone. Home Alone. Yeah, they'd like the dodgeball and hit the tennis ball off the cone. That was my favorite. Yeah.
Not the Pacer. I loved the Pacer. It was fun. No, you go. No. I remember suffering in the Pacer. I remember I went to the bathroom and like laid on the ground for a little bit after that one. That was not fun. Probably the sit-up one. That was the only one I could max out on. So.
Maxed out.
Hard abs, yeah.
The mile run. We had to run a mile like every 9 weeks.
Yeah.
I hated it because we like had to get it under 9 minutes. I could not do that.
I was fat, so
yeah, I was
it was
fat
always
in
hard.
school.
The Beatles.
Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe.
Oh my god. Wait, no. Remember in
One
third?
Direction.
Oh, okay. Well, remember in third grade? Did I introduce you to Neon Trees? In third grade, do you remember that?
I don't know if you introduced me, but we like bonded over it. Yes.
Everybody Talks by Neon Trees was like the soundtrack of my elementary school days.
Okay, all of the My Little Pony songs, like
There
they
were
went
some
so hard
good
for no
soundtracks.
reason. Exactly.
The Discord song. Not people
Yes.
think it was about the app.
Oh my god.
I
Black Eyed
like Boom Boom
Peas.
Pow when I was like 12. That was my jam.
A lot of my
but like I don't really remember.
I
any,
have like comfort songs from that era of my life. When I was like super young, my parents used to like sing songs to me to like get me to sleep. Like "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd is like my favorite song of all time because that was one of those songs. It calms me down. Same with "Blackbird" by the Beatles.
Rainbow Loom?
Yeah, was that the one where you like braided
Yeah.
little tiny bands?
Yeah.
People were making whole businesses out of that thing.
Wasn't there like duct tape?
Duct tape wallets?
Yes, that's what I did. I was duct tape girl.
Slime.
Slime.
Oh.
It makes me very uncomfortable now. Just like the texture. I don't know. I just don't
You get
like
more
it.
flashbacks?
Silly bands.
I loved silly bands so much. I think I would wear 15 on my wrist. And I remember one year I was the only person who had one of those like special limited edition sparkly ones. And I don't know why it was so cool. I think it was in the shape of a sock. But because I had the glitter, I was top tier.
Mine was Rainbow Loom. I was like a Rainbow Loom master.
What are all those little bands that like were supposed to balance you out?
Oh,
like the balance.
they had like the ocean from like
And it would
like
help
water
you
from
like
something. And they had
balance
like
or
dirt
run
from the top of the
faster
mountain
and stuff.
Yeah, those things were a hoax.
Yeah, but like we all believed it. We all
Yeah.
believed it.
I remember like clothing trends, like Justice. I remember that was huge, and I remember I wore like my leggings with my shorts over them, and like the like the tank tops with the lace on them. That was my jam.
I had
That was
the
a good thing.
dopest light up Skechers. I had the dopest light up Skechers. They stomp freaking glowing. That was dope.
I think we could say photos we took, most likely.
Yeah, I think this year I started my photography business, and it's helped me a lot with my portfolio. That's kind of blown up, so now I get the opportunity to take photos of the seniors here,
Started
and
my
you get some
modeling-
sick photos. Yeah.
Started my modeling career and reflect on, obviously, Homecoming King, Best Dressed, Prom King. Those are fun moments.
Yeah, he's very humble. Yeah.
Those are fun moments.
I realized that some moment during the year, I just like gave up trying to impress them or like trying to be someone that they wanted. And this year especially, I just tried to lose every part of myself that I was trying to do for someone else. And through my friends, through the people I know, I really learned who I am and who's like my true identity kind of.
I don't know what I'll remember Marcus by. I'll remember Marcus. That's what I'll remember Marcus by. Probably by the teachers, if I'm being honest. Which like sounds cheesy, but I was fortunate to have really good teachers who like cared about me personally.
Yeah, I have a few teachers that I will always remember. I even have teachers like from elementary school and middle school that I still keep in contact with. And I imagine it'll be the same here. Just like one or two, but those one or two were teachers that like really invested in me. So.
Everyone is weird. Everyone is their own person, and just don't try to be like other people because that's not who you are. And I tried to be like other people and it just did not work out. Like, it does not work out. Just be yourself and you'll find your real friends if you be yourself.
Exactly. I mean, you might not be ready, and it's probably scary at first, especially like my parents like started it with a whole you're not gonna have the same friends, all this, and I mean that's somewhat true. You go in like not knowing what to do, but you'll find your clique, you'll find out who you are, and you'll go with that. And then high school is an experience that everyone gets to experience, and just make the most out of it.
Yeah, and it does go by fast. It does go by fast.
Yeah.
People told me that all the time.
I didn't
just
believe
did not
it.
believe them, but 4 years goes by really fast. And it's sad.
Do your work.
Highlight of my senior year. What's the word? Including more people. Because it used to be like friend groups, and like as we like gotten older, I realized there's like popularity isn't like really a thing, and it's just like everyone enjoys like what they enjoy, and they don't really care about who they hang out with. So it's made it easier to hang out with like everyone, and like no one really cares anymore about like, oh, that dude's so cool. Like it's like not really a thing senior year, I guess.
And it's okay if you're like your best days aren't in high school.
Yeah.
Like it's really not the end of the world if you don't peak when you're 15 years old. It's
honestly, that's great.
probably
That's
better
great.
that way if we're
That's
being
true.
honest. And you know, bad days are inevitable, but it's what you make of them, and you can quit, and you can be mopey and sad, or you can be like, you know what, this is tough, but I'm gonna find the good in it, and I'm gonna power through, and we're gonna make the best of it.
High school goes by really fast, and it goes by really fast, and you don't know what to do after most of the time.
Probably try to enjoy every little moment that you can. Try to go out, like, hang out with friends more and don't, take it for granted. And also, don't wait to, like, try in school. So, like, try to get good grades until, like, your junior and senior year because your freshman year and sophomore year matter. So, yeah.
Nice.
Don't try to be someone you're not, and just stick to people who actually care for you. It's not worth getting caught up in like all these like big groups. Like just stick to the people that actually like care about you.
It's kind of what I say. Just like stay true to yourself in a way, and don't care what others think. Because if you really care what others think, you're just you're gonna focus on something that you will not like at all. So I say you just take it slow and don't stress out.
Thank you to all the teachers and staff who poured their time and energy into each one of us. You really made this year special, and we couldn't have done it without you.
We'll always treasure the memories we made in our last year of high school, and we all look forward to what the future holds.
This has been
Neil Trevino,
Luke Andrews,
Michelle Galvis,
Claire McMahon,
Olivia Smiley,
reporting for MOB.